Hey, and good afternoon. Um, don't know when you're listening to this, but I want to talk today about the three big mistakes that people pleasers come to me with, yeah, and how to avoid them. Fingers crossed, without upsetting your family or your work colleagues, yeah. Um, the first one is the one that's cropping up an awful lot around me at the moment. And actually, what I think I'll do is I'll share my screen because I've turned this into a little presentation so that you can, what's the word? So you can follow along with the way that follow on with the way that my brain works. So yes, just moving this, going to slideshow, boom, here we go. Now, the first one is this one. Thinking that saying yes all the time makes you a better person. Yeah. But with a little play on words, I'm going to try and explain to you that it doesn't make you a better person. It makes you a bitter person. It makes you a yes man. It makes you a subordinate. Someone to be taken advantage of over and over and over and over and over again until you break or lose your SH1T one day. Yeah. And trust me, you will, because if you don't say no, your body will say it for you. I could give examples of these. This main one comes to me from, the work environment where you say yes all the time, and then you just become so tired and drained. As I put on here, you will become so tired and drained, and physically and emotionally, it's that you will become ill. Yeah. Thinking that everyone's needs, or thinking that if everyone else's needs are met, you will be happy. This is like a sort of a mother thing. Yeah, this is a mother thing. If you do everything for your family, yeah, all that really happens is that their needs are met and yours are not. Yeah. You don't become happy just because someone else is happy. You become happy because you find happiness in their happiness, but that's meeting your own needs. The other big one is thinking that your opinions, wishes, and dreams simply do not count. Yeah, well, I'm here to tell you that they do, because this, if you don't appreciate your own wishes and dreams, it will build up as anger and resentment. Now, there's nothing wrong with anger. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with anger. But there are some problems when it becomes resentment. And it'll brew into a cauldron of bitterness and create a prison for your soul. Now, that phrase, yeah, prison for your soul, is a phrase that one of my clients came to me with. So it's not my phrase. Here are some solutions. I always prefer to offer solutions than, drag people into a hole. So the solutions to always saying yes. Ask the person, and this is a great one if it's your boss, is there anyone else who could do this right now? Or why am I the only one who can help you with this right now? They can be quite challenging for bosses to hear, especially if you've been the sort of person to say yes, 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 up to now. If you don't feel quite happy with that forwardness, try to calmly explain that what it is they're giving you to do is not a priority. Yeah. And if it is a priority, ask, what other task could be delayed, or could this task be delayed in favor of another task? Another way out, consider what a child will learn from attempting to solve a problem themselves. So, mum, can I have a glass of water? If you go into the kitchen, grab a glass, fill it up, take it up to their room and hand it to them, what have they learned? Nothing. Nothing. Mum, can you tie my shoelaces? Yeah, you go, bend down, you do it. What's the child learned? Nothing. Nothing. Your job as a parent is to teach. Yeah, to be a parent is to teach, to love, to feed, to keep them safe, and to teach them. And the last one, when it comes to always saying yes, is to create family-friendly boundaries. Now, I call these FFBs. I teach them in my program called the 3P system. And actually, I think I'm going to run this presentation through into another presentation, and we'll talk more about the 3Ps later on, so I can stick to what I'm talking about. If you create a boundary from love and respect for yourself and those around you, after all is said and done, everybody gets what they need. And it really helps you to avoid spreading yourself too thin. Here are some solutions to getting your own needs met. Yeah. Set a time once a week or once a month that is just for you. Literally moments ago, I was out in the garden with the dog, and my neighbour came home, and she had a big smile on her face. And I said, "You look happy." And she said, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't normally be happy that my husband is working late, but it means that I can grab a bottle of wine and go and soak in the bath." Yeah. So she's made that little bit of time, rather than a stressy time when her husband has had to work late and she's pissed off that her husband's had to work late, right? She's turned it into a time for herself to just read. Yeah. Lay in the bath and soak. But you could also use that time for scrolling. Why not? Yeah? Scrolling on the internet is not always a disaster. It's not always a disaster. But you could also journal, daydream, take some time to reflect inwards and explore how you could meet your needs in a way that values others. So if one of your needs is to spend playful time with your kids, yeah, rather than forcing them to play with you, you could actually take them out somewhere and have a laugh, yeah, together. And then those people become part of those happy memories that you create for yourself and for them. And pay better attention to the core human needs of yourself and others to serve everybody better. Yeah. Core human needs, again, is a module in the 3P system. But you can easily find the information if you go searching for core human needs. You will find loads and loads of information from loads and loads of different people. But what I did, and what I've done all the way through the 3P system, is condense all of my years of study into something really useful. Yeah, like the pointy end of what you need to know. So again, moving on. Solutions to living your dreams. If you hold your dreams tenderly and fiercely, then you will also find people who share the dreams. If you take your dreams and screw them up like a piece of paper and shove them into the back of a sock drawer, right, you're never going to expose yourself to the people who share those dreams, to the people who will want to do those dreams with you. You can invite others to do the things that you love. And if they keep saying no, keep asking, or find someone else to ask, which is probably the better one. And remember, if the feeling was mutual, then they would be supporting your dreams. Yeah, this is a bit harsh, but one of the harshest things that I was ever learnt, and I was taught it with love, is this. Yeah. No response is a response. Let me say that again. No response is a response. So when you message someone and they don't reply, that's a reply. If you ask someone to spend time with you and they say, "No, I'm too busy," yeah, it's saying something. It's saying more than "I'm too busy." It's saying that whatever it is that they're busy with is not, or should I say, you are not enough to distract them from what they are busy with. Yeah. So no response is a response. And so pick yourself up and create plans that you can stick to for you. Yeah. And if those plans mean saying to your family, right, this afternoon or next Saturday afternoon, I'm going to go and walk the dog on the local wildlife park. or I'm going to go to a local bird reserve. Anybody who wants to come can come, but you go anyway. Yeah, you go anyway. I know this is recording, so you're not going to be able to hit me with some questions, but if you are watching this replay, pop it in the comments. I will get there. If you're watching this anywhere other than like Facebook or maybe Instagram, yeah, you might have to DM me to get your messages to me, because I don't see every single message everywhere all the time. It's one of those things. But if you want to know the one place where I am reliable, that is in my Facebook group. The Facebook group is free, it's private, it's safe, it's for people pleasers or those who are struggling with trauma responses. And yeah, and the reason why, have I gone past one? Have I gone past one? No, I haven't gone past one. Right, here it is. The reason why the 3P system is called 3Ps. It started off being called the People Pleaser Program, which has got 3Ps. And then when I put it together, hang on a second, I found that it naturally fell into these 3 pillars: purpose, priorities, and peace. Purpose, priorities, and peace, she says quietly. That's also 3Ps. So it just got nicknamed the 3Ps system, and then I just thought it sounded cool. So that's what I wanted to talk about initially, which is the those 3 big mistakes, and a few suggestions, a few solutions, how to get past them. Now, don't go anywhere. Because it has just crossed my mind. I say just crossed my mind. It crossed my mind a minute ago that I haven't really told you guys about the updates and changes that I've made to the 3P system. So let's go straight on with that. Now, if you're not interested in the 3P system, then stop watching. And I hope that you've got some value from what preceded this. But I'm now going to go back and share that screen again. Oh, hay fever. Right. So this is a slideshow that I created to try and explain the improvements that I've made to the 3P system, which aims to bring peace, priorities, and purpose to people pleasers. Oh, got a rattle on today. So last year, that is 2022, I ran this program 3 times. First of all, with a really small group, and at the same time I was running it with one individual who helped me tear it apart and put it back together again. I will be forever grateful for Julie. Yeah, if you join the program, you will have access to Julie. Julie is a mentor, and you know, when this gets going, the Facebook group will be more active. At the moment, there's just a few of us, so we're in a WhatsApp chat. But anyway, I'll discuss more about that in a minute. The 3P system is rooted in somatic coaching, which is rooted in the body. Yeah. That's what somatic coach is in. It means of the body. And what the 3P system is designed to do is to bring emotional health and future transformation. And the 3 areas that we cover in order to boost up those 3 pillars that we talked about a minute ago. Hang on. I've now run out of water. Oh dear. Anyway. The 3 sections of the 3P system are meaning, finding meaning, understanding stuff, compressing time, because I've been studying this stuff for years. Yeah, you don't have years. I've fitted all of this in to a short program so that you don't have to study and read and read and read all of the stuff that I've read. And it also focuses on your needs. To to cover all of this, I've condensed a lot of what I mean, there's some things that didn't make it into the program. Yeah. Like the values workshop that I did several weeks ago. And if you're watching this on the replay a long time into the future, that was during the summer of 2023. I did a values workshop in the Facebook group that started off by, sending out loads of papers for people to look at their values. And then we did the processing of those things live in a workshop. So that didn't make it into the 3Ps system. But what did were 9 lessons and 3 integration weeks. That's why I've got this shape going on, right? So there's 3 lessons in each of these sections and 3 integration weeks. On the integration weeks, you have a breathwork guided visual meditation. And when you do this work, you will have lesson, integration week, lesson, integration week, lesson, integration week. Then there's a surprise meditation, which I try not to tell anybody about. And then the support continues beyond that. Originally, with these 3 small groups, the first lot through it went, module 1, module 2, module 3. And by the time I'd done this 3 times, I realized that people don't work like that. And, you might need 2 things out of the meaning section and 1 thing out of the human needs section before you do anything else. So we go through stages of getting you into the program where first of all, you have a strategy call with me, figuring out what you need most urgently. Then we have a kickoff call to make sure that what we've identified are the 3 things that you want to do first. And we even give you the meditations, the guided visual meditations in the order that you need them. Who am I to tell you what you need first? Really? And then holding all of that together is this lovely purple circle. This purple circle is 20 weeks of support. So I'm sure you've noticed that there's more support than there is modules. Good reason for that. There are, if you count the guided visual meditations in with the lessons, there are 13 modules plus the surprise module at the end, which is like a gift thing. It's a really short meditation, but it's really useful. It gives you a useful tool for your daily life. That 20 weeks of support means that if some kind of crisis happens and you need to take a week off from the program, that's fine. Yeah, we just call that a support week. I won't give you any more work to do until you're ready for the next step. So you might go module, breathwork, module, and then have a rest week, and then do the next 2 modules. But overall, you have 20 weeks in which to do 13 weeks of content plus that gift. And after that 20 weeks of support, you can stay with the support for as long as you need it. Yeah. So say if you're paying weekly, yeah, you'll pay weekly to pay for your course, and that 20 weeks of support, you'll pay that over 20 weeks. And then your weekly payment will drop, and you can stay in the WhatsApp group, and you can come to the weekly calls for as long as you need them. But you say about support, or I'm saying about support. What does support look like? Right, in this program, support looks like this. There's peer support, and then there's coaching support. The peer support is the private WhatsApp chat where the current cohort of people who are doing the program, who are there, you have that during the program, and me. Now, you can stay in that WhatsApp chat if you choose to sign up and stay a member of that support group. There is also going to be an alumni group of all of my program people, all of my one-to-one coaches are all going to have a Facebook group together. We haven't opened it yet. Well, it's there and people are in it. but there's not much happening in it at the moment. But there is that group, so you'll have that continued support, whether or not you stay in the support program. Also, there's the optional buddy system for those who needs the accountability. It's so funny because the buddy system originally came from me and my buddy. What's he doing? What's he doing? My buddy's laying on the rug in the front room. But yeah, that's my buddy. It's my dog. He's my buddy. But you can have a buddy if you want one in the system to help you through. From a coaching perspective, you get weekly Q&A calls where you can submit questions in advance or live if you're there. If we have lots of questions come in advance, then might not get to you live. Depends on how many people attend each call. I've kind of got some rules of thumb in my head along the lines of, say, if 10 people turn up, we can probably get done in an hour. I'm just going to pause this for a second. Oh dear. In addition to the weekly calls, there's hot seat coaching in those calls and further opportunities for one-to-one coaching if you need it in booster sessions. But I mean, if you've got a question and we don't get round to answering it in the WhatsApp chat, then that question might come up in the weekly call, and you will get everything you need. Honestly, the results, right? The results of this program is when you bring meaning to your life, when you learn how to save time, when you learn how to meet your own needs, then even if you are a little bit people pleaser-ish, you still get these results, and they are. Your meaning-making machine, your amazing brain, will have a lot of its questions answered, and you will understand more about how it works. You will learn how to compress time. And by that, I mean, said it again, I've been studying this stuff for years. I've spent in excess, at the time of recording this, in excess of £25,000 getting certifications, doing practices, continuing. Right now, I'm working on a level 3 in mental health, because I think it's important to keep studying. And you can't snap your fingers and get all of that knowledge out of my head unless you sign up for 3Ps. Getting your own needs met and taking back control of your life can do nothing but improve your situation. But in between meaning making and regaining control and getting your needs met, that's where you'll find that peace. In between that control and getting your needs met and compressing time is where you make your own priorities, your own plans, your own habit tracking systems. And then between meaning making and saving time, you have purpose, because the time you put in fulfills the meaning, creating the purpose. And in the middle comes growth and resilience. And this is resilience to triggers that relate to trauma in your past, and resilience to holding trauma in your body. So what next? When it comes to the 3Ps, in order to get that growth, 3 simple steps. 3 simple steps. First of all, connect with me in chat. That way I can make sure that you get what you need when you need it, in the right order. If you are a good fit for the 3Ps program, we'll get together on a strategy call, and we will figure out a plan of what areas you need to look at first. And then you can go away and try and do that on your own. Or you can start this fully personalized program. And by that, what I'm saying by fully personalized is it is fully personalized. Not only do you get the modules in the order that you need them, but you get them at the pace that you need them, with all of the support that you need. And as I said, there are additional opportunities for one-to-one. if you live local to me. One of my clients lives literally like 5 minutes walk that way. She didn't know me from Adam when I moved in here. But yes, we've been working together for a while now. So that's a little bit about the 3 biggest mistakes that people pleasers make, and how this program will support you not only with those 3, but with a lot of other areas that will bring you purpose, priorities, and peace. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got any questions, please message me. I think that's everything. So I'll say bye-bye for now.